Virgo, how you doing? Welcome to your energy tarot reading here on the Astroflower, going from the 18th to the 24th of November. Hope you're doing well. Yes, have you seen the energy update? If you have, you'll know the elements that we're going to be going into today and seeing how those elements are affecting your flower, and put a few cards on there to see if there's any messages that come in from the energies. Also, a bit of housekeeping. We've got the Virgo 2025 Zoom room energy tarot reading. If you want to be part of that, there's a link in the description below. You can reserve your place and you can ask a question and we can pull some cards on that question according to the yearly reading. Okay, so yes, without further ado, I guess we should bring up your Astroflower. Let's just bring up the Astroflower itself and see what we get in the way of messages and pull some tarot cards for the reading for this week here. So here we go. We've got the Astroflower there. What's going on here? This is lovely. This is really nice, Virgo. Actually, I've been waiting for a change in Virgo. I think you've been under the cosh for the last sort of like 3 or 4 weeks, to be honest. I don't think the energy's been particularly easy for you at the moment. And it feels like here, it's like, you know, if a plant's not getting enough sunlight, it's not going to flower. And it's like you weren't getting enough sunlight in life. And it feels like this is changing. And I think you can feel it within you as well. And I think there's like an agreement within you, but there's an agreement with the outside world. And I think the agreement that is within you is more sort of like kind of going, no, actually, I want to take responsibility for my joy and my happiness, and I'm going to apply it in my life. So yeah, I think there's a sort of like there's a realization that's flowering from within you. On your side, on your relationship side, this is where I think the sunlight's coming in, and I think it's coming in on multitudes of different levels, really, more than anything else. There's a lot of sort of like rays of happiness that are starting to appear in your life on your relationship side after what might have been quite difficult times, and you can feel it, you can see it, and I think you're also part of that sunshine. You being you is part of that sunshine. On your financial side, this is where you've had a team talk with yourself, and it seems like you're really pushing towards the future. It's like, you know, you're taking, I don't know if it was you, I said taking life by the scruff of the neck. I think I said it from some other side, but it feels like that's what you're doing as well at the moment within your life. You know, you get the Five of Pentacles that is within you. Yeah, and I do think here is like, there's 3 cups that have been spent already on this, and that's part of the trail that brought you here. And now you've got these 2 cups here, which is getting into a new alignment with yourself. This is what I feel is the overall energy that's running through you at the moment. You are saying goodbye to disappointment because you are choosing not to live it anymore. And I would choose not to live it anymore. You know, take utter control in your life. It would be absolutely brilliant. Let's just see, and it works on both sides here. It works on both ways, on your relationship as much as your financial side. Let's see what's going on the relationship side. Roses do have thorns, and I think it's in your karmic path here too. It's almost as if, like, you know, you want to experience certain types of relations or emotions or situations within relationships, and it's like you've got to defend it in a way. You've got to sort of say no, this is what I want, and be absolutely clear with yourself. And it seems like it's like an experience that you want to have, and the connection to the universe. There's still this great willingness to be involved in everything and everyone, which is absolutely brilliant. It's very joyous. Beautiful connections with the world that is around you without too much stress and strains. And I think this could well be the thing that the tipping point that helped you to sort of relax a lot. On your past self, you know, when you renovate a house, you've got to knock down a few walls, and it feels like you've been knocking down a few walls recently. You know, creating your own space, creating your own happiness. There might have been a good bit of hard work involved in the past, But now I think you've gone through that. And in your future self, let the sun shine. You're certainly going to let that sun shine. As it seems like there in the future self, it's like happiness or nothing at all. I'm not settling for any second best. What's the lesson that comes out of this week here? You can choose to engage in a situation in two ways. Either you, it's like fight and flight a little bit, but it's either you let it just roll off your back and be happy and go after your dreams, or you stand your ground and you fight your place. And I think the fighting, I think this is where, it's like the lesson this week here is learning to sort of like not get involved in situations or not let yourself get triggered. Just allow your happiness to come through, regardless of whether the situation is the most perfect or not with you. On your karmic path, you get the High Priestess. Intuition, feeling things. I think this is about how you feel about what you want to experience. And I think you need to stick true to that inner vision of you, of what you think life should be about. Once you do start sticking to that and being absolutely true to that, you're not gonna, you should come out of this really, really well this week. On the connections to the universe of the world outside you, you get the King of Cups. Totally. And this bodes incredibly well for the energies at the moment. And it's about converting emotions into reality. And you've done the good work in the background. That's the thing with the King of Cups. You see there's a fish down there, so that's abundance that's coming through to you. You've got the starfish that's just here. And where you got your cup here is he's in touch with that cup. And that sailing boat is going on to plain sailing. And keeping it calm and cool. And enjoying it and not allowing others to, curtail your enjoyment. I think that's the decision from within you. In the past, in the past, I said, I think you've done a lot. I think you've done a lot of renovations and so forth. I think it's all part of a paradigm that you've chosen to walk into. So you've, we all choose our pathways. And here I think you've chosen your pathway. And I think it's your pathway is to be happy, to be in alignment with yourself, but also to be in alignment with someone else. I think there's a very good relationship going on here. And I think maybe this relationship is finding a new even keel. That could well be for some of you. But whatever it is, it's coming out of some really good understanding from your side. On your future self, you get the Emperor. So a lot of control here, a lot of happiness, a lot of sitting in your power. And one of your powers is that whole idea that is, you have this knack of being the most sociable person in the world, but without it being any pressure on it and enjoying the moment. And I think that's where, recognizing those strengths within you, that ease you can have within the social surroundings, I think once you go get it, I think that's when you're going to feel, this is it, this is my sunshine, this is my light starting to shine. And in your lessons out of the week here, you get these 6 of swords. It's getting there. And as I said, there's rays of light. I don't think it's huge sunshine at the moment, but it's certainly rays of light, and you're certainly getting there. And I think you're deciding to take control of your destination. You're driving this ship into steadier shores, and that is what is coming through from the universe. You're having that plain sailing that's up there. You're getting there slowly but surely, but you're certainly getting there. And I think this week here is a real turning point in regards to emotions, in regards to sort of love, and in regards to family, friends, all of those sort of things. On your financial side, let's just have a look what's going on there. The pendulum can't swing if you don't allow it to move forward. So if you hold a pendulum, you're holding all this kinetic energy. possibilities, and you have a huge amount of possibilities within your karmic path. It's now, it feels like now it's the time to start really exploiting that potential within you. And that could be sort of like finally writing that book, doing that YouTube channel, opening that restaurant, whatever it is. Here we go. Let's see what the connection is to the universe here. Seems to be pretty straight. I don't think you need anybody to get your success, Virgo. You really don't need others around you in order to get your success. You have your success already baked into you. That's what I mean about the potential here. And in your past self, it's like you have, it's like you go up in the attic and you go through some boxes and you find a pasta maker. And you kind of go, yeah, I should love making pasta. And then 6 months later, you open up a pasta shop. That sort of thing. I think in the past, I think there's treasures to be had in your past that needs to be looked at and really looked at. And they could be, you know, there for some time without you realizing or remembering them. So dig deep, I think, this week here into your past in order to project into the future. And the future self, it's all about you. You are the one who's deciding how much gas you give to the car of your life. So if you're going for a job, you know, either you can pick a job that's easy to get so you don't have to try hard, you know, or you can push yourself and really, you know, get the job that really sort of like floats for you. Or same thing for the business. Either you can, you know, allow your business to tick over, or you can push your business. And I think it's a case of kind of, I don't think you've got to put your foot on the floor. You know, that's the sort of thing. That's the control you have out of this situation. What's the lessons that come out of this week here? Yeah, you have control. You have total control. Did I already do that? It seems like I've already just done that. Blimey, I may have done it twice for you. So yeah, you know, you have control. There's a definite possibilities of grandiose things for you. Let's just see what's going on. Karmic path. You have a huge amount of potential for you with the King of Wands. This is so great. There's such powerful. There's the King of Cups. There's the King of Wands. There's the Emperor. There's the High Priestess. You have a lot of strength within you. And I'm sort of saying here, you have everything. Your karmic path here just needs to be, you know, turned on, basically. You need to go after your goals, really go after your goals in a really strong way. In the connection to the universe that is around you, yeah, I think this is it. You have to make this decision. This is where it's sort of, I think the universe is sort of saying, if you put your foot on the gas, the universe will follow you. It's all about, it's clear thinking, seeing both sides of the scenario and everything like that, seeing what works and what doesn't work and so forth. But you can really sort of like make these decisions with ease. And I think once you do that, the universal energies and the people around you will really start backing you up. From the past, you have the Three of Wands. Yes, I think you've been procrastinating, Virgo, to be honest. And, you know, it's one of your beautiful faults that sometimes you can procrastination because of perfection. You know, perfection does not exist. I'm telling you, Virgo, I'm sure you don't really believe that, but perfection does not exist. We can, you know, aspire to getting as close as we can, but, you know, at some point it's just got to be done. There's all very well in planning and planning and planning, and having ideas, but at some point you've got to put those ideas into action. And look at that. You've now got the Queen of Cups. You've got the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups. And you've got the King of Wands. Generally running through you, which goes right through you here. And as it goes right through you, this is like you being your own divine counterpart. You know, and once you realise that, it's going to be so much fun. It's allowing yourself to enjoy the moment, enjoy your exploration of your ideas, of everything that you've been working from in the past, searching these golden nuggets within your past. And that's where that's all about. I think you have been procrastinating, But in the past there, if you take time to have a look at the past, I think you're going to find the wave of success, which is good for you. And it's maybe a case of going back to, like, you're running a business, you've tried loads of things out, and it may be going back to an idea that you had at the beginning, trying that out, and that's what gives you the success in the business. In your future self, yeah, you are the one that's deciding how fast this goes, how you put your foot on the gas with the 9 of Pentacles. You know, there's like a bunch of tomatoes on the vine, so they gradually get riper as they go down. They gradually go riper as they go up, as it were. And this is what this is all about. Sort of saying, once you start, you're going to actually realise that there's resources at your disposal that arrives at the moment that you most need it. So, but you've got to do it. You've got to get involved. You've got to, you know, get out there and get it. Yeah, and I think you're really good at that. I really do think you're very, very good at that. Okay, so let's just have a look at see how the energies are affecting all of this. So let's just bring up the sun. Here we go. We got the sun here. This is the sun from last week. One thing you will notice on the sun, and I was talking about it in the energy updates, and I said at the beginning, is the coronal holes and the filament energies. And there's lots going on. As you can see, there's big coronal holes. They've come through early part of this week here. We had another coronal hole that's came through in the latter stages of this week here, and I think there's going to be more behind it. There has been sort of major filament eruptions, which was just one of these were along there it is there, but also up the top there on the right hand side. Now, filament energies, I went into on the energy update. There's different types of filament energies. It's all to do with water, to do with emotions, and the way in which the filament is active, if it's through an eruption, will determine the sort of emotional input within the energies. And at the moment, it is about being calm and orderly. And although there may be sort of major eruptions that are going off in the life around you, most of all, you should be really looking at what is coming in from within you, what is controllable. So there were some major eruptions on the right hand side of the sun, nowhere near coming anywhere near the earth, and you can see this filament eruption here, which is a very controlled eruption, but it is somewhat explosive. And I think that explosiveness is going to play into a lot more into the world around you rather than that is within. So you've got to keep calm from within, and I think that's what the energy is encouraging you to do. So let's just have a look, see how it plays into your flower. Here we go, we've got your flower up here, and what we're looking at is the combination between water and earth energies. So emotional and physically getting on and doing. And first things first, you should notice your full pure earth sign. So you've got all this earth, mutable earth all the way around you, very malaxable, you know, adaptable and so forth. We're saying goodbye to the air energy. So there's a lot less mental thinking going on down here. And you've got earth down here, you've got earth here, you've got earth here as well. And obviously you've got earth here as well. So you've got earth in here, but once you take off the air, it's about getting on and doing. And this is what I think is most important for you. And what we're looking at is the combination between water and earth. And we have that combination that's coming in on your financial side. So we've got this direction, this emotionally driven direction from your past going to your future. But it's also tapping right into the center, the general energy of the overall energy that is within you. And so I would like to pull a few cards on the messages that are coming in on this section here and on this section here that plays into the interior of you. On your relationship side, it's all about this section here. The water that comes in from Scorpio, that's fixed water that comes into your life. So it's how you apply the karmic path, your connection to the universe, and how you convert it from the past into your future as we go forward. So let's just bring your cards back up. There we go, we got your cards back up, and let's just take, let's just see what we get in the way of messages from that. From the energies we got on the financial side, let's just see between the Three of Wands and the Queen of Cups here. This is two completely different cards. One is you know, very sitting back, relaxed and watching and everything like that. And one is very vibrant and allowing their energy to flow, as it were. Let's just see what's going on there. Well, you've got the Eight of Swords. I think this is all about, yes, stopping, taking that moment to see the situation. I think there's also the other side of that sword is don't wait around too long and get in. So get involved. So the moment you feel it, the more it will feel good. You know, the moment you feel it, get in, you know, go ahead and do it, basically. You got the Hierophant. The Hierophant for me is the best card of the pack, personally. It's a learned person. It comes in with the High Priestess. This is all about you being a real divine counterpart with yourself, more than anything else, Virgo. Look at that. Absolutely amazing. That's really good. It's all about you being you. More than anything else, it's all about you being you. But this here, the Hierophant knows the steps physical steps they need to take in order to implement their nirvana, basically, their ultimate goal. And I think this is basically what's happening here for you. Putting into action something that is a golden nugget that is within you. Let's just see how it affects the overall energy. You get the Ten of Swords. Everything is fine, it says on this for the Ten of Swords. Yeah, I think here there's a change here. There's a change from that disappointment of the past, and it's changing into you activating your karmic path and really standing in your power without shadow and without doubt. Okay, let's just see about what's going on the relationship side. You got the Eight of Cups. Being curious about your sunshine, being curious about your happiness, following your happiness, I think, activating that, engaging only in things that really make you happy. You know, this person here is, as I said, chinks of light, columns of rays of light. Here, as you can well see, the moon is actually eclipsing the sun. And then when you have an eclipse of the sun, obviously you have the little sparkly bits that are around the outside of the moon. And that's what it's like. You're starting to see clearly. I would be curious about all those little beautiful openings with emotional openings for you. And you get the Tower as well. This is the end of a belief system that doesn't serve you anymore, basically. And I think this is that change of attitude within you, but in change of attitude within the world as well, around you, according to you, so you can allow your flower to bloom. Okay, I will see you maybe on the Virgo 2025 Energy Tower reading. Don't forget the links in the description below. Thanking you very much for all the support you give to this channel. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.